We've got a pretty big update here involving New York Rangers defenseman Ryan Lindgren, as he has been brought back on a one-year deal. So we're going to take a look at that contract in today's video, kind of break that down, and also talk about what this means for the Rangers cap situation going forward into this season. As we know that possibly at the trade deadline there, the Rangers could be looking to acquire a potential star-level player at the trade deadline to try and upgrade this roster. So we'll take a look at how this contract will affect things going forward as well. Starting off here, though, Ryan Lindgren gets brought back on a one-year deal worth $4.5 million, as reported by Elliot Friedman. He ends up saying, basically that Ryan Lindgren and the Rangers have settled on a one-year deal at $4.5 million. All arbitration is done. And originally, the New York Rangers and Lindgren had an arbitration hearing scheduled for August 2nd, but they now get to avoid that, which is nice. They get this deal done beforehand, which happens fairly often, so not too surprising. And there was some rumors and reports coming out that they probably were going to get a deal done before the August 2nd deadline there, before they obviously have to go to the arbitration. So that's fine there. But his $4.5 million price tag is $900K over his qualifying offer that the Rangers had him at there, the $3.6 million qualifying offer. He ended up signing for $4.5 million, which is a little more than kind of what was rumored and reported. There were a lot of people kind of saying that his price tag was probably going to come in the kind of high 3 range, possibly kind of like low 4 range, but he ends up getting $4.5 million there, which is not too bad. But the big question mark kind of now going forward is the fact that he did sign a one-year deal, meaning next offseason his contract will expire and he will be an unrestricted free agent. So that's going to make things fairly interesting there for the Rangers to potentially try and re-sign him in unrestricted free agency, which will make things a little tougher because there's going to be possibly, 31 other teams out there in the NHL trying to go, sign him in free agency there, which obviously him being a UFA and an RFA definitely makes things a little more interesting and a lot tougher to sign him back to this team. We're definitely going to be in a cap crunch for the next couple of seasons before guys like Panarin and Trouba come off the books. So we'll have to wait and see kind of what happens with Lindgren going forward there. I think we could possibly be seeing the last season of Ryan Lindgren in a New York Rangers jersey. It's definitely a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it definitely is a possibility there. And I do think Lindgren is a pretty great player for this Rangers team. He's a top 4 caliber defenseman, playing on that top D pair alongside our Norris Trophy winning defenseman Adam Fox. But you got to remember, next offseason, we're probably going to have a pretty massive contract come in for a guy like Alexis Lafreniere, who was an RFA next offseason. He'll wait till then to probably sign a big deal. So that'll be a pretty massive contract there and definitely a pretty big pay raise. And a guy like Igor Shesterkin could sign an extension at some point this offseason or possibly get re-signed by the Rangers next offseason, as he will be a UFA next offseason. Those are going to be 2 massive contracts who are both getting pretty massive pay raises next offseason. That'll hit the books for next season, 2025, 2026. So a guy like Lindgren there might have to go out the door to kind of bring those guys back there and be able to make other moves as well. So it could be the last year we see Lindgren in a Rangers jersey. Not saying it's 100% going to happen, but it definitely is a possible scenario where we don't see Lindgren come back in 2025, 2026. But carrying on here, though, and taking a look, I think overall, right now the Rangers are projected to have about $1.4 million in cap space for this upcoming season, which definitely makes things possible for the Rangers to go up there and get a deal done for someone. Maybe it's a starter level kind of guy at the trade deadline, as we do see here from Vince Mercogliano's most recent report talking about this deal happening. He says that leaves the 2024-25 Blue Shirts with around $1.4 million in available cap space, which is the number they're now projected to enter the new season with. That would put them on pace to accrue over $6 million to shop with by the time the late winter trade deadline arrives. And that will definitely be pretty key for this Rangers team, having around $6 million to go up there and acquire a star-level kind of guy to upgrade that top 6 possibly. Maybe move a guy like Riley Smith back into a kind of, third line kind of role possibly, really add in some depth there. That could work out great, or possibly look to add in a top 4 caliber defenseman. That could also work. So there are a lot of different moves we could see at the deadline there. The goaltending's pretty shirred up there with Jonathan Quick and Igor Shesterkin, but having around $6 million cap space, also having that $2.4 million contract of Kakko, you can definitely make some things work there to go up there and acquire a star-level guy and some other pieces as well to add some depth, but also add in a true kind of top 6 or top 4 kind of talent there for this team. We know as of right now, this team definitely could use to add in another kind of star-level guy, and will definitely, as of right now, presume to have enough cap space to go up there and obviously bring in some star-level players at the deadline, which is quite nice there. You want to be able to go up there and acquire that kind of star-level guy, because as of right now, this offseason, we've not added in a true kind of top line level talent on the defense side of things or on the forward side of things. Riley Smith is a very solid player. I think he's going to be a good kind of second liner alongside more than likely guys like Kreider and Zibanejad, but right now, he's definitely not a star level kind of guy, so having enough cap space available to go out there and acquire a very good talent out of the deadline there will be very important for this Rangers team if they truly want to compete for a Stanley Cup in 2024-2025, which is the ultimate end goal for this team. We have seen the Rangers make the last, two of the last three Eastern Conference Finals, so hopefully we can make some moves here to get over the hump, because as of right now, we have not seen that star level player added in quite yet, but there definitely is still a ton of time to do so before the March trade deadline. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like and subscribe button for a ton more New York Rangers content. If you are a Rangers fan, there's no better place to be on YouTube than this channel, so definitely hit that like and subscribe button for more content, as well as don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on Ryan Lindgren being re-signed by the New York Rangers on a one-year deal worth $4.5 million towards the Rangers cap, as well as don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on Ryan Lindgren long-term. Do you think he's going to be gone now because he's going to be a UFA next offseason? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one. See ya.